time, Malia was fielding some scandalous accusations made by her boyfriend, Keith. See, not only did Keith accuse her of cheating on him, he was convinced that another man was the father of both of his children, Chimere and Cario. Take a look at this. Cario comes out and he says,
my son is too hairy.
Too hairy.
He can't make hairy babies.
Does Keith look like these two little boys?
My baby has big blue eyes. He can't have blue-eyed babies. Your father has blue eyes.
I have my doubts over him because she's cheating, Maury. She's cheating, Maury. Look at the nose. He has a flat nose.
He's
my nose is a little pointy. He has big blue eyes. My eyes are squinchy.
I love you.
I want him to be mine, but I really don't think he's mine.
In the case of 18-month-old Chimere, Keith, you are the father.
That's
8-month-old Cario, Keith, you are the father. During your relationship with Keith, Malia, have you had sexual contact of any kind with any other man? You said no. You are telling the truth. Not only did we prove that Keith was the father of both children, but a lie detector test cleared Malia of any cheating. So please welcome back Malia, coming to us from her home in Flint, Michigan. I can't believe...
Hi, Maury.
Hi, Malia. I can't believe that you're back on the show, because after the show, you found out you were pregnant with your now 1-year-old son, Keith Jr., who, by the way, you call KJ, and now Keith is demanding another DNA test.
Yes, he is, Maury, and I had enough of it. He needs to own up and take accountability of what has happened in this relationship.
And how did you feel after the results of the last show?
I thought things were going to get better and that we were going to be able to move on and continue on positive, but things took a turn for the worse.
It's interesting because you believe that KJ was conceived while you were on our show the last time you were here with Keith. In other words, it's a Maury Show baby.
Yes, I found out I was pregnant 7 weeks after the show, and when I told Keith, he was not happy about it.
Why not?
And he didn't want to have any more kids, and I was fine with that. I didn't want any myself.
You had the older 2 kids, and now you're pregnant with the 3rd. Was he there throughout the pregnancy? Was he good?
In the beginning, he learned to embrace it a bit, but he was still distant.
He was so distant to you, and you felt so bad about it. What happened when you were 6 months pregnant?
Maury, I had ended up cheating throughout our relationship.
You cheated on him?
And I knew I was... Yes, I did, Maury.
Up to then, you hadn't cheated on him because, you know, you were on the show when we had a lie detector test and said you hadn't cheated on him. But
that's correct.
Because you all weren't getting along, you're 6 months pregnant.
He drove me to it, Maury, and he don't want to take accountability for it, and he's going to learn after today.
He drove you to it?
Yes, he did, and he needs to take accountability for what he has done.
Don't you take a responsibility for what you did?
Yes, I do know that I am wrong for what I have done,
right.
But I have owned up to my mistake.
Okay.
I was honest about it, and I came clean.
So this stepping out of the relationship has nothing to do with who KJ's father is, because you were pregnant at the time, right?
Exactly, Maury. There is no possibility that there is anyone else to be the father of our son.
But here's the thing. You waited to tell Keith until after KJ was born. In fact, a couple of months after, right?
Yes, I told him that I had cheated on him 3 months after I had the baby because I felt guilty about what I have done, and I knew that there was no possible way of us moving forward if I didn't come clean.
Well, you know what...
And just face the circumstances.
Well, you know what's going on in his head. He says, well, if you cheated then, I'm sure you might have been cheating with this guy before you got pregnant.
And he may have his reasons to believe that, but I have proven myself after 4 years of being with this man that I am well capable of being faithful.
Keith hasn't cheated on you, has he?
Yes, he has cheated on me numerous times, Maury. He's been caught trying to have sex with a woman in my car while he's supposed to be working.
Oh, boy.
He's also been sending news to other women. And to make matters worse, a few months ago, I found a dirty condom in our laundry.
All right, but we're here for KJ. That's the main reason we're here. You give birth, and the first words out of Keith's mouth when he sees KJ are what?
whose baby was this?
Yeah, right.
And that there was no possibility that he just woken up from an anesthesia to regain conscience, and that's the first thing he asked me. I hadn't even seen the baby yet.
What else did he do at the hospital that bothered you?
He refused to sign the birth certificate. He didn't stay and spend no time with me or the child.
He also, by the way, he's very close to your other two children, but he apparently is kind of distant with KJ, right?
Yes, he's distant when it comes to KJ. I honestly believe that he's just afraid to mentally bond with his son because of the mistake that I have made. Okay. And I have given him that. I'll own up to that.
Let me ask you this. Do they look alike? KJ look like him?
Absolutely. No. Absolutely. He looks exactly like Keith. The only feature that he has of mine is my lips. He has Keith's eyebrows. His eyes are like Keith. And he has his ears. Small ears run in my family.
Yeah. But guess what? Keith's got somebody in his head. You know who that is? People talking to him all the time. Mainly his cousin Robert. You know Robert?
Yes, Robert. He is childish, and I don't care to hear anything that he has to say.
Really? Well, I care to hear what he has to say. We're going to have him on in a bit. What did Robert tell Keith about you?
He has lied and made up a whole bunch of accusations about he has seen me getting into the car with another man, which was my cousin's boyfriend, and I was going to buy groceries. He has